And welcome back to DuckTales Remastered. We are going to get started with the last of the original areas anyway, the moon.
It's a long way to the moon, lads, but the green cheese of longevity will make it worth the trip. Up, up, and away!
Gosh, Mr. McDuck! I've never been to the moon before!
Well, when it comes to space cadets, Fenton, you're a natural. Now, Gyro, why in blazes are we chewing this awful blue muck?
Why, that's Oxy Chew, Mr. McDuck. It's my latest invention, oxygen-flavored taffy. 5 good chews and you can breathe on the lunar surface without a spacesuit. Oh, and it tastes great, too.
That, Gyro, is a matter of opinion. Now, which way to the green cheese?
What do you mean? Isn't it all around us?
Eh? How do you figure?
Everybody knows the whole moon's made of green cheese. Well, that's what my dear mama said.
And did it take a feather brain like you to believe her? Ugh, sometimes I don't know what I'm gonna... Wait, what's that?
Look, here's someone who can give us directions. Hello?
Ah!
Mr. McDuck! Help!
Oh, no! We've got to save him!
Do we really?
We do if you want to find that treasure of yours, Mr. McDuck. Fenton was carrying the Gizmo Duck suit. That's the only thing we've got powerful enough to break into the moon vault.
All right, fine. Stay here and guard the supplies while I look for that bumbling bookkeeper.
Alright, the moon. The original is one of the... this is good. It's good music. It is good music. Honestly, it's not my favorite track, if I'm being honest. I know a lot of people hold the original in high regards as one of the best pieces of video game music of all time, but my personal favorite, as well as my personal favorite level from the original, was actually the Himalayas. I actually really enjoyed that as a kid. Here I'm gonna have to give it to the moon. I really enjoy it. As far as the original goes, it's not my favorite level in the game, but as far as the 5 that were in the, older game, I'm trying not to say original again. Anyway, the moon is probably my favorite. I like the level design. It's not too hard, not too easy. It's just good time all around.
Why, that looks like the same spaceship that took off with Fenton. Well, I guess this means I'm invited on board.
That's the spirit. Alright. So there are several different types of enemies that we'll come across. We saw these red squids that will just kind of float up and down. Then we saw those robo ducks that will hover in from the side of the screen, stop in front of you, and try to hit you with a 1-2. Aside from that, they're not really that harmful.
It's barely the size of Launchpad's brain.
What? I've never heard that line before. Poor Launchpad. Oh man, that's great. I like that. And then you got these aliens that walk back and forth really fast. I think the fastest enemies with this type of pattern, they're just going ham, walking back and forth. They're trying to get that cardio in. It's fine with their not shoes. What are those? They look like... They're actually pretty similar to the kind of shoes that Scrooge McDuck is wearing. And I'm looking at them. But yeah, they won't actually actively attack you. They'll just walk back and forth. And here's more of the squids. This is another way to exit or enter the ship. We're not going to exit right now. First, we need to find the Gizmo Ducks. And the planet, I guess. Alright. Go. Oh, that was so close. I fired way away. So we want to come back over here and climb this chain that's hanging up above this platform. So this is shut off, we're gonna have to deactivate that barrier somehow, so let's come over to the right.
Blast me bagpipes! A piece of Gizmo Duck suit! Oh, if only I had a way to open this door.
We will soon enough. Really, nothing? I just wonder something. Wait, what if I did this? No? What if I did this? There we go. See, I know I'm not crazy. All the time. I completely... my thumb just completely missed the jump button, so I tried to bounce, and Scrooge was just like, eh. I mean, it happens sometimes. Sometimes my thumb just moves too fast. Faster than I want. Happens a lot to me in Smash Bros, honestly. Especially in Ultimate. I had that problem that I'm trying to get around. So I'm bringing these rocks for a specific reason that we're about to see in a couple seconds. But let's let him out.
Fenton, get down from there and stop embarrassing yourself.
Mr. McDuck! Thank goodness you're here! I think those aliens wanted to suck out my brain and make an army of Fenton clones!
Bah, they'd soon learn that one of you is one too many. Now, help me find a security override so we can get to your Gizmo Duck suit.
You mean this?
Security system disengaged.
Fenton, you're a genius!
Gee, Mr. McDuck, do you mean it? Oops.
Warning, damage report. Artificial gravity system is offline.
Fenton, you're a nincompoop. You broke the gravity controls.
Not to worry, I'll have it fixed in a jiffy. I got a level 3 certificate of technology from Happy Ducky University, you know.
Oh, no you don't. You'll probably slam into the self-destruct button too. I'll get us out of this.
Notice how it says certificate, but the reason I destroyed those blocks is because they would also be floating in the room and they could get in the way. You can swim up and down, but it's just easier.
Gravity system restored. All systems normal.
Nice work, Mr. McDuck. Now, let's go get my Gizmoduck suit.
Not so fast, Dunderhead. You go wait with Gyro. I'll find a Gizmo Duck suit myself.
Awesome sauce. Alright. I think that's the only instance, well, close to any instance of swimming that we'll ever get. Because I don't really remember how it is in the second game, if they're swimming in that at all. Because I played that game. What? Where did you come from? Where did you come from? These goons are trying to square up, my guy. Alright. But, yeah, that's, I feel like that's new too. I don't remember that in the original level where you had to swim through zero gravity area. If they do remaster the second one, it's a long shot at this point because it's been so many years since this came out. I would like to see that. Maybe some instances of swimming, because the swimming controls for those like 4 or 5 seconds you actually do it is actually really nice. But I think it's nice. I think. What kind of English? The only reason I really think it's nice though is because there really isn't much to get in the way. But if it was to be a swimming controls on par with Rayman Origins, I would be okay with that. Because Rayman Origins is easily the best swimming controls in any game, in my opinion anyway. No treasure. Alright, let's continue on. Up, up, and away we go. So yes, now that the security system is overridden, we can get the other parts of the Gizmo Duck suit, which is going to be in our inventory once we actually find them. The 3 parts. Bonk. Is there more? I feel like there's more. I think it's over here. Yes. A diamond the size of Launchpad's brain. Man, that's crazy. As many times I've played this, I've never heard that line before. Okay, wait for you to line up the shot, sucker. Huh, extra life. Just in a chest. That's really rare. It's been a minute since I played Extreme, I'll admit. Last time I played Extreme was on the Wii U years ago. No, actually, no, I forgot. I actually did play this game last year.
Looks like I found Gizmo Duck's armored suit. It's a good thing Gyro rigged up this hyperspace pocket for me to carry things around in. Now, only 2 more parts to find, and we can break into that moon vault.
Hyperspace pocket, what? But as I was saying earlier, I did play it last year because I was actually going to record the game before I went on my little hiatus. Unfortunately, I just ran out of time trying to record a Super Neptunia RPG. I ran into some issues with that game, unfortunately, while recording it. It just came with the recording setup I had. It took so long to set the recording. The recording itself would take a very, very long time to process the parts because with Elgato, it would. With Elgato, it records in a format that can't be readily read in my recording, my editing software that I had at the time. I mean, I have new editing software, but it's basically the same, just better. So what Elgato would do for me is it would convert it into a format that could be read by the software, but that process in itself would take forever. Like a 15-minute part could take like between 30 and 40 minutes to completely convert. So I would just be sitting around waiting, and I don't know, I would usually kill time by eating food, honestly. And not to mention, I record my audio through Audacity, and then I would have to wait for that to convert as well. It takes forever. And trying to convert both at the same time was a no-no. It would just take forever, or even cause my computer to just have cardiac arrest and blue screen. I kid you not, it's happened several times when doing that. So it's really nice that I have this build in which it does everything flawlessly in under a minute. I'm so glad I invested in this. Not only for recording and stuff, but just to get into PC gaming. I've wanted to always have a nice build just to play games on my PC, just to see how much better they run. And oh boy, I tell you what, it's really nice when things load and just look so crisp and smooth. And then the mods for specific games that I'm interested in. It's gonna be a great time. I'm not talking about the game at all, am I? No, I'm not. Let's make our way up here. I'm gonna go to the left. You can go up, but first I want to interact with someone that's found over here. What are you doing, guy? What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? You're dead. Alright. That sucks. So anyway, you want to come up here. And hey, look who it is.
Why are you here, Mrs. Beakley?
Because zero gravity is the last place for bad dining habits, Mr. McDuck. There'll be no skipping meals on my watch.
I never heard that line either. What in the world?
You're always as good as your word, my dear.
No, seriously, she always talks about how she wanted to see the vacuum of space would affect her pie crust. I've never heard that line before. Is that... Okay! Oh, I actually never knew that joke was there. Hey, I'm learning a lot. Alright, now that I'm done being amazed by several different lines of dialogue, the moon is just full of surprises, I tell you what. I never knew that was there either. What? Can I get another one? Hold up. Yep, yeah, oh! I'm getting way too excited for diamonds that have no real value to me. They were IRL. You know, it's fine. But anyway, we're gonna climb up here, and you will actually be back outside, even though we're technically on the ship. I don't know. Why is he out here? Is he like guarding us? It's weird. He's just there for no reason. You want to bounce your way over here. You know what would be kind of a neat detail? I'll
Gizmo Duck's wheel! I've always wondered what Gyro was thinking when he designed this thing. Who fights crime with a unicycle? Now just one more part to find and I can get off this flying monstrosity.
What? Okay, so as I was saying, what I thought would have been somewhat of a nice attention to detail is if you fell specifically here, where you will end up right back outside the ship instead of dying, because I think if you die, you just lose a life. I don't want to miss doing that because lives are very precious to me in this mode. But yes, we have 2 of the parts of the suit. We skipped the first part because, well, I knew we had to come back anyway, so we'll just get on the way out. Should be on, yes, it's on the screen. Bounce the way over here, and bam, the helmet.
It's Gizmo Duck's helmet! Oh, if I didn't know better, I'd swear Fenton actually gets smarter when he wears this thing. Maybe I'm a wee bit too hard on the lad. Now that I've got all 3 parts, I can head back to Fenton and Gyro. I hope it's not too late.
Alright, so let's head back to Fenton and Gyro. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna climb down because there's a bottomless pit right above the chain. There's been so many times where I would just pogo straight to my death. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe I was slightly off. Actually, I'm curious. Let me see something. Oh, you know what? I think of something else. Okay, we'll just make our way. Oh lord, he's coming.
Didn't get rich by being foolish. We're in luck. I managed to find all of Gizmo Duck's suit.
Oh boy! Now we could blast into the treasure vault!
Just a moment, Fenton. Gyro, I think I left my favorite $2 bill under the back seat. Would you mind getting it for me?
Sure thing, Mr. McDuck.
Gee, boss! Why'd you send Gyro back onto the ship?
So he doesn't find out you're Gizmo Duck when you put on that suit, you dunderhead.
But there are only 3 of us here, sir! Won't he figure it out anyway, when Gizmoduck appears and I've mysteriously vanished?
I wouldn't worry about that. Gyro may be a brilliant inventor, but his deductive reasoning skills are about as good as yours.
Oh! Hey!
Would you just get on with it? Say your secret code word and activate that confounded contraption.
Code word? Gee, I can't remember it. Oh, blather and blatherskite, I'm useless. I mean, I'm useful to the extreme. Point me toward the offending blockade, so that I might deal justice upon it.
Cut the dramatics, would you, and follow me.
Mr. McDuck? Fenton? Gizmoduck? They're gone. And all I could find was this $2 million bill. Oh well, back under the seat it goes.
Alright, so Gizmoduck is another one of the characters that will go along with you. He is not as fast as Bubba, but he has a lot more firepower in that he doesn't even need to be next to the enemy or interactable object. He'll just fire a missile, because why not? And just clear the way for you. When it comes to blocks, when he jumps off of them, they'll just break automatically. Like, look, people ain't even looking at him. It's just crazy. He's like, nah, you ain't getting me home. Oh, I almost got clipped right there. But yeah, I love this part. It's so much fun. Just bouncing off enemies while they explode. It's great. They deserve it. Pretty sure I got all the treasure. Yep, that's all treasure.
This is the place. Gyro's calculation said the green cheese of longevity lies just beyond this door.
Step aside, citizen, whilst I blast the door asunder. How was that, Mr. Oh, the path is clear, good sir.
Good work, Gizmoduck. Now, Flint-Hat Glumgold. What are you doing here, you pernicious pilferer?
Why, same as you, Scroogey. Trying to corner a new segment of the dairy market.
Why, you... How did you find out about the green cheese?
Wouldn't you like to know? But thanks for saving me the trouble of blasting through that door on my own.
I'll stop him, Mr. McDuck! Halt, evildoer!
No, Gizmoduck. I need you to help me deal with the... Beagle Boys. Bah!
Okay, so, I forgot what I was gonna say. I got distracted by so many messages during that one cutscene. But we are now on the ground, and we had to deal with the Beagle Boys. The only enemies down here, and you know, they actually have an explanation as to why they're down here to begin with. But nothing threatening. They do the same thing. That's kind of a missed opportunity. It's a detriment I'll give the game. There are different characters for the Beagle Boys, but they all do the same thing. They just kind of walk back and forth. It would have been nice if there were like Beagle Boys that threw stuff or charged at you, but they just kind of walk back and forth. It's not that big of a deal. It's just there's so many of them. I kind of expected a little more variety. That's all. Oh, I always miss it. You live this time for 2 more seconds. But oh well. Come on, come on, come on. Whew. I almost fell right on the Beagle Boy. Now that happens to me a lot. This section in itself is really short. I feel like you spend more time on the ship itself than that actual moon, which is what this place is named after. But oh well, it's pretty nice. Just a simple platforming section, you just gotta make your way through. There's no real puzzle to it. That was too slow. I might have screwed myself. Okay, there was enough space. Oh! Oh! It's Christmas in July, baby. That's up to you. And get the last big treasure chest and the final hidden treasure. The golden box. I think it's called the golden box. I actually don't know. It makes sense because, well, it's a box. It's golden. I don't know what else you could possibly call it. The golden cube, maybe? It's golden GameCube. There we go. Could you imagine? Scalpers rejoice. No, don't do that. No one likes you. Anyway, we are coming up to the boss. This boss is not that hard once you realize the trick to it. I wouldn't even say trick, it's just there's like a safe area for dodging his attacks that I will go over right now. Right now. Right now. I'll just make sure there's no more treasure. Sorry.
Mirth and be merry. I made it here first. No, not the cheese. Anything but that. Great Scott! I thought that stuff was supposed to be an anti-aging culture, not an instant growth fungus.
Okay, giant rat. In order to attack him, just bounce off his back. Whenever you do hit him, he will move in one of 4 directions. After you hit him a certain number of times, he will go into a frenzy mode, in which he will charge off screen in a green aura, and then reappear through one of the holes. Okay. An easy way to dodge him is to just retreat back to this platform, because you'll have enough time to dodge his attack if he decides to hop up or just charge straight to the side. And then just hang around here while he's doing this, because then if he does pop up from the hole that's right above Scrooge McDuck up here, then you'll have enough time to react. And then when he appears, just let the rest repeat. So pretty easy fight once you realize that hanging on this side or even the other side is the safest way to not get hit, because he does move pretty fast compared to how much control the player has over Scrooge McDuck. I mean, the speed. Yeah, he does get faster with every phase. Just keep that in mind as well. See, I was able to dodge that because I could just walk off. Didn't have to jump or anything. Let's see, will you appear up there? I think... No, he's not gonna appear. Alright. This is the last phase, I think. One more hit should do it. Yep, that's it. Very nice run.
Giant moon rat or no giant moon rat, nothing's gonna keep this duck from that green cheese and all the green it's gonna make me.
That's the spirit. Get that stank cheese, my guy. Look, a fart cloud. Look at that. And with that, we are done with the moon. So because we completed all the stages, we're now heading into endgame. And endgame is vastly different compared to the original. And once I press A, it'll actually start immediately. I won't get a moment to really relax. So I'm going to end the part here. For the next part, we're going to wrap up the main game. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you then. Take care, y'all.